Hi, everyone. Welcome to our episode. What is this? 218 now?
218.
Episode 218 of the Office 365 Pulse Roadmap. This is where we go through the roadmap and summarize things so you don't have to because it's not really easy to find that information in a summarized fashion. So, for those of you who haven't watched this before, usually what we do is we go through the three, sometimes four categories. One is in development meaning that Microsoft is in the process of building out the particular change that is being talked about. Then you have rolling out, which means that it's on its way out to the particular tenants that it's destined to go to, such as commercial, GCC, GCC high, or DoD. And then there's launched. And what that means is these particular changes should be in your tenant if it was designated for your particular tenant or your particular class of tenant. And then sometimes we have canceled. We don't have any this time, so we'll just have the three. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go with in development, and I will throw it over to my wife, Tamara, to
Sure,
start out
thank
with
you.
what she likes.
All right, I'll take three if that's okay with you.
That works for me.
Outlook sort and filter improvements on Outlook on the web and new Outlook for Windows. So the sort and filter will now be on separate buttons in the message list. This is going to make it easier to change the sorted by and the filtered by values separately. Hashtag new Outlook for Windows. Hashtag. And then another Outlook, the ability to add apps to meetings. So with this update, we're going to be able to add apps to our meetings, similar to how we can do that in classic Outlook for Windows. Hashtag
New Outlook for
new
Windows.
Outlook for Windows. And then the last one is Microsoft Planner. This just makes me so happy. Resize columns in the grid view. Introducing column resize control in Microsoft Planner. Now you can tailor your view by adjusting column widths, giving you the flexibility to focus on the details that matter most. And that is in development, and that should be rolling out in August of this year.
Yeah, I'm really happy to see that one because if you've only got like three columns, why not take up more space?
Mm-hmm.
Where if you've got 20, maybe you need to make them just a little bit narrower so you don't have to spend all your time going left and right with your scrolling. Um, you might have gotten the impression from what Tamara covered is that Outlook got a whole lot of love, and you would not be incorrect in that particular thing because there are some additional ones for Outlook that I'll go ahead and cover too. One is meeting recap and meeting artifacts available in Microsoft Outlook. And once again, this too has the new Outlook for Windows hashtag in it. So, and I love this one because it's always kind of a pain to go find the stuff that you have available to you after the meeting. It's going to send it to you now. So shortly after a meeting ends, meeting participants will automatically get a set of all the meeting artifacts in the calendar for the new Outlook in Windows and the web-based versions. Included in this set is a quick entry point to the meeting recap page, the transcript, the recording, and any files that were shared. For users with access to intelligent meeting recap, in addition to the entry points, they'll also see highlights such as number of speakers, number and name of the mentions, and suggested tasks directly within Microsoft Outlook. I think that is awesome that you're going to be able to get all that stuff right in your calendar invite afterwards without having to go find out where's that. And that's coming out to everybody. So GCC, GCC High, DoD, and commercial. And that's coming out in August. Then we have calendar grid keyboard navigation via arrow keys in the new Outlook for Windows and web. Hashtag new Outlook for Windows. When focused on the calendar grid, you will be able to navigate the time slots on the calendar via left, right, up, down arrow keys in day, week, and work week views. I think that's cool if you're trying to go and find a different time zone and see what it looks like in terms of the number of people in there. Yeah, it's just nice if you don't have to necessarily use your mouse and you can just scroll left, right, up, and down and get to where you need to go. Next one, Outlook, replace quick compose pop-up with inline appointment creation in, you know it, new Outlook for Windows. When single clicking on an empty time slot in the calendar surface, The Quick Compose pop-up will no longer be shown. Instead, you will be able to create an appointment by typing directly in the time slot on the calendar grid, just as you can in Classic Outlook for Windows. There'll be no change to the double click, so you're not having something necessarily taken away from you. You can still get there. The full Compose form will still open as it does today, but if you just have a real quick meeting, put the title in, boom, go, you'll be able to do that. Next one, and this one's good because if they took this away, I would really be upset. Outlook email auto advance settings. The email auto advance option is available in mail settings. This will allow users to choose whether they return to the message list after taking certain actions or if they move to the next message. I love me moving to the next message because that way I can just start working my way down everything. And if I had to basically say, move it to folder, go click the next one, move it to folder, go click the next one, it would be a really painful experience for me. So I'm looking forward to that one, making sure that we can still do that because I do it in the web right now. And then the very final one, I think this is a cool use of Copilot. And when and if I get access to Copilot, I'm going to love me this one. Outlook, use Copilot to select and rewrite specific pieces of text in an email in Classic Outlook for Windows. So you don't have to have the new one. This one's actually coming out to Classic for all the people who are used to that. In Classic Outlook for Windows, when composing an email, customers can select portions of text in an email and use Copilot to rewrite it. Users can give detailed instructions on how to rewrite and also be able to modify the tone and length. I think that's awesome because you can sit there and think, hey, I've got a great email, except for that one paragraph. It needs something else. Highlight it, tell Copilot what you're after, and let it give you a head start on something that sounds better than what you came up with. So
Can I
that one's
also point out that your
yeah.
emails probably should not be paragraphs long?
There is that, but work with me here, you know?
Okay.
Copilot's cool. And that's not coming out till November. And it's only coming out really to the worldwide commercial clients. So if you're in one of the higher, more secure environments, you're still going to have to wait for that, which I think you're probably waiting for a lot of Copilot stuff anyway. And with that, that takes us out of the in development unless you have something else, Tamara.
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Well, in that case, we'll roll out to rolling out. And what kind of things in the rolling out area did you see that you really like?
I'll take 2 for 500, Bob.
Ding, 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 ding,
Microsoft
ding.
Teams explicit consent recording meeting policy support on Teams phone devices now. When explicit consent recording meeting policy is applied, a notification will pop up when the recording or transcription is initiated, requesting consent of participants on Teams phone devices. Now, that is rolling out for everybody except for the DoD. So it's worldwide, GCC, and GCC high. Then we also have town halls for the Government Community Cloud, GCC. Ooh. Set up and host large-scale events across GCC organizations with the familiar Teams app you use for webinars and meetings using Town Hall. Town Hall capabilities include a new meeting template, capacity for up to 10,000 attendees, third-party EC&D support, green room, manage what attendees see, moderate Q&A, and RTMP in live translated captions and more. It's like everything and the kitchen sink. Now that's coming out to GCC, both in regular and in premium. What do you have, Tom?
So one feature that's coming out in Clipchamp, which I think is just awesome, and that is new feature for silence removal, or the pauses in Clipchamp. We think editing your video should be a quick job, but isn't necessarily so sometimes. I love whoever writes these things. Silence removal uses AI auto transcription to transcribe your audio. We infer pauses in your speech transcription, and any gaps in the speech we detected for more than 3 seconds is considered a pause. We provide you with the option to remove all pauses at once with a single click, or to review each pause where you can adjust and consider the ones you want to keep. I think that is awesome, not only from the perspective of making a better video that doesn't have long gaps in it if there was something that happened to have long gaps in there, but it should, I think, if it actually edits the video, make for smaller video sizes too. So there is that. So that one's coming out this month and worldwide. The other one is something that I think is so necessary. Outlook, send updates only to added or removed attendees. When updating meeting attendees, organizers will be prompted with an option to send updates only to added or removed attendees or send updates to all attendees. This feature will be available in the new Outlook for Windows and Web. Hashtag new Outlook for Windows. I think that is great in the fact that you're not going to be sitting there getting continual updates of a meeting that the updates don't pertain to you. You don't care. You're going. Leave me alone. Only send it to the people who were added. Only send something to the people who were deleted. That's all that needs to happen. So I love that particular feature. And then one other one, this is cool, especially if you're doing call queues and you're on the phone with customers and stuff like that. For Microsoft Teams, private line on Teams phone devices. So Teams phone devices will support a private line, which is new functionality for Teams Phone that allows you to enable a private second phone number for a select set of users so they can receive inbound calls directly, bypassing delegates, admins, or assistants. Calls to the private line are distinguished by a unique notification and ringtone. So if you're on a queue and you're getting calls all day long and blah, 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 but somebody needs to get a hold of you directly, this is going to be a really great feature. So you know that you're not dealing with yet another customer calling in. It's your boss, it's your kid, it's your something, and you can have them call in on that private line. So I think that's a really good thing coming out in July, and it is to worldwide GCC and GCC High. Really sorry that DoD is not getting that one. Yeah, Tamara works with DoD. She would understand that and be miffed. So with that, do you have any more in rolling out that you want to cover?
No, I do not.
Okay. Well, with that, we have 4 launch. So why don't you go ahead and start with you, and I will back cleanup.
Sure. I'm going to just take one. Microsoft Planner e-discovery support for Microsoft Planner. Conduct a content search for e-discovery and legal hold on Planner tasks in Microsoft Purview. The Planner data available for e-discovery includes tasks shared with the group, along with the comments and attachments associated with that task. And that
to worldwide.
To just worldwide.
Okay, we have 3 other ones, and these are all out in July. These are all launched, so you should have them if you have one of the tenants where it rolled out to. That is Microsoft Teams enhanced sound notification controls. You can change the sound of your notification to help you stay focused, prioritize quickly, and avoid distractions. You can as well make urgent notifications and priority contact notifications more prominent. You can also mute notification sounds when you're busy or in a meeting. That's basically across the board to all the tenants out there. You should be having that one in real soon if you don't already. Microsoft Clipchamp. Clipchamp for education. This is for A3 and A5 licenses. So those are the particular license structures that you have for education. You're now going to have Clipchamp available to you. And Clipchamp enables rapid editing and creation of videos in OneDrive and SharePoint, including features like trim, join, transitions, filters, text overlay, audio control, screen capture recording, and more. So it's also available on web or Windows app. Clipchamp is really cool. If you're in education, you're now going to have the ability to deal and use that. So that's a good thing. And the final one, Microsoft Viva. Choose custom images as icons for resources in Viva Connections. Operators will be able to add custom images as icons to links located in resources in Viva Connection. This is where the details was pretty much the same as the description. That's coming out to everybody if you're using Microsoft Viva. So with that, that pretty much covers everything that we have out there. Did you have anything you wanted to share?
No, that's all.
Okay, well, in that case, thanks everyone for joining us. We know you've got a lot of things going on. We appreciate the time you spend with us, and we will hopefully do this again next Tuesday. So, with that, everybody have a great rest of your week, or next Monday. Next Monday. It is
I'll
Monday.
take any day you got.
Okay, we'll do this again next week sometime. We'll figure it out.
It was
Anyway,
going so well.
it was, and Tom, and yeah. Bye, everyone.